Today we are going to make royal icing, and I'm going to do a small batch today. So the things that you'll need are 2 cups of 10x sugar, and you want to sift it. And then you are also going to use this meringue powder, which Wilton's makes some. There are some other companies as well. And we're going to use 1.5 tablespoons. And we're going to use 5 tablespoons of water, and it's really important that it's at room temperature. So we're going to put all of those ingredients together. So we have all of these things mixed together, the confectioner sugar, or I should say in the bowl, the confectioner sugar, the water, and also the meringue powder. We're going to put it in your stand mixer. Be sure you use the whisk attachment. And then to start out with, we're just going to mix these things together. Once they're kind of starting to go together, you're going to turn the mixer on high speed, and you're going to mix it for about 3 minutes. Okay, so now that the icing is done mixing, the thing about royal icing is it really needs to have the perfect consistency. And so as you kind of see that it begins to drop, that is about the perfect consistency. So when you're mixing the royal icing, the same things matter. The humidity, the temperature of your house, the temperature of the ingredients when you put them in there. Like, that's why it's important to use the room temperature water. So if you find that the mixture is too thin, and when you pull the mixture out it just runs off of the whisk, then you want to add more confectioner flour, or confectioner sugar. And if you find that it's a little too thick, then add a little more water, but add it like literally 1 or 2 drops at a time, not a lot of water. So now that we have made the royal icing, and by the way, I did color it, I think it shows up a little bit better for you to see. But you would add coloring. You can either use the gel food coloring, or I use liquid food coloring, but I also have the air conditioner on in my house, so it's a little less humid than it might be in your home. You can use all different kinds of pastry bags, from a Ziploc bag and cut the end in it, to you could actually use a reusable pastry bag. So if you're going to use a reusable pastry bag, you're going to pick an end. I like the one that's really thin. You're going to pop the end in there. There's a little plastic thing that goes inside, and then this screws on the end to hold everything into place through the bag. The next thing is I use a really tall glass like this to go ahead and put the pastry bag into. And then we are going to load the royal icing right into the bag. I do find that you want to either load all of the icing that you've made into pastry bags, multiples if you're doing different colors, or you're going to want to cover it up because it does tend to dry out as soon as you have made it. So if it's a while before you need the rest of the icing, then that will actually, it will matter. It will be really stiff and it won't be as easy to use. But if you put some plastic wrap on top of it, that will solve the problem. So once you have the royal icing in the pastry bag, I usually squish this down some. And the reason that I use this glass is when my fingers need a rest, I go ahead and plop it right back into the glass. So I'll just go ahead and do one so you can kind of see. And these are the sugar cookies that I made from one of the previous videos. If you remember how I said had to make the hearts, there are hearts in here. So I just start out by using my right hand to guide the royal icing. And then I'm just going to work on filling in the circle. And you will see that within a minute or two, the icing really starts to kind of work its way together. You can use a toothpick to go ahead and make sure that it has a nice and clean look to it. So as you can see, and I tried to make this a real close up, you can see that there's a little line here. I'm just going to put my toothpick in and out right straight away, just like that. And then that way it gives you that nice clean edge. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video on how to make the royal icing, and check back for some other videos. And of course, once you've got the royal icing on here, you can feel free to decorate them as you wish. See you the next time. Okay, so I know I ended the video, but I had to come back and show you that. So these are the cookies, and although they're not perfect, because I would say this is about the 4th time that I've ever used royal icing, they're cute, they're fun, they were fun to decorate. So go have fun with it, and the more you do them, the better you'll get, and I sure hope I do. See you the next time.